For this lesson, you should be using your guided notes page, so you shouldn't have to draw all of this out. A lot of it should already be there for you. Title's up top, make sure you put your name on it, but then I would like you to add your learning target right underneath of the title up top. 7RP2, I can determine whether a relationship is proportional or not using a graph. So last lesson we talked about how to use it given a table of values, how to turn them each into unit rates, and then compare those unit rates to see if something is proportional or not. This time we're going to use it using a graph. So you can use a graph to determine if two quantities are proportional. So here are your two requirements. One is you can draw a straight line through the points, meaning they all fall in a nice straight line, and then the line passes through the origin. And hopefully that point rings a bell. That's the point 0, 0. So it passes right through where the x and the y axis meet. If your line, if your data meets these two requirements, we can say that they are proportional. Basically, they're growing at a constant rate. The key is it's got to pass through the origin, and it's got to be in a nice straight line. That's how we know it's growing proportionally. So, first example, we have our temperatures here in Celsius and Fahrenheit. We want to compare them together to see if they are a proportional relationship. So, Celsius is down here on the bottom, Fahrenheit on our vertical axis. So let's plot our points. 0 degrees and 32. 5 degrees, that's going to be in between 4 and 6, and 41 degrees. 10 and 50 degrees. 15 and 59, so almost 60. Oh, sorry, I gotta adjust, I wasn't paying close enough attention there. My bad. So 15 and 59, and then 20 and 68. So almost up to the 70. So if you were to look at our points here, it would be pretty obvious that they do indeed follow a straight line. As straight as you can draw it. But notice it goes through the point 0, 32. It doesn't go through our origin down here. So in this case, we would say this is not proportional. And we would say because it doesn't pass through the origin. That would be our explanation. So this is going to be one of those where it's going at a nice consistent rate, but because it didn't start at 0, it's not going to come out to be a nice even unit rate as we do our calculations, which we can see by looking at our graph instead of having to go through the steps of finding each one of these unit rates and comparing them together. Let's take a look at another one. This one's comparing bags of popcorn and the cost. So first point makes sense. If I buy 0 bags, it costs me $0. If I buy 1 bag, it's going to cost me $4. 2 bags cost me $8. 3 bags cost me $12, and 4 bags cost me $16. Now, if you've done a good job of drawing your points, it should be pretty straightforward that, assuming you can draw straight, which clearly I can't, they do indeed fall along a nice straight line, and more importantly, it hits the point 0, 0, it passes through the origin. So we would say that this is a proportional relationship. And if you go back and were to look at our data, you would see that, oh, it's $4 for 1 bag. $8 for 2 bags simplifies to be $4 per bag. 12 for 3, again, $4 per bag. So just like in the last lesson, we could use it and find our unit rate for each one of these. But the graph, if we already have it graphed for us, makes it a nice quick visual. Is it a straight line? Does it pass through the origin? If we know that's the case, we would get the same information we would get from doing the unit rates. We would know that it is a proportional relationship. So last one. This time we're going to need to do a little bit of the busy work for ourselves. It says an online DVD rental company charges $15 a month for unlimited rentals. Determine whether the total paid each month is proportional to the number of months by graphing on the coordinate plane. So let's make a quick chart just to organize our information. So we're taking the number of months and the cost for that many months of rental. So say we rent for 0 months. Well, it would cost me $0. I don't have to pay anything if I don't sign up. If I go for 1 month, it's $15. If I go for 2 months, it'd be $30. If I went for 3 months, it'd be $45. So you can kind of pick up on the fact that it's going in a nice, neat, even increments. So that's probably a good sign. But let's go ahead and graph it and see if we're true. So we do 0, 0. Then we do 1, 15, 2 and 30, 3 and 45. If we wanted to go one more, we could do 4 at $15 a month would be $60. And you can very easily see that this will indeed connect to make a nice straight line, and it passes right through the origin. So we know that this is a proportional relationship. We could have done the same thing by looking at our data here. $15 per month. $30 divided by 2 would be $15 per month. So it gives us the same information as if we were to find each of our unit rates and compare them, but that quick visual of being able to look at the graph makes it a little bit faster for us. Is it in a straight line, and does it pass through the origin? Those are our 2 requirements for being a proportional relationship.